This is the official SAT question of the day from the College Board website from October 28, 2015. I'm going to show you how to answer it. Every student who studies art in a certain school receives exactly one of the grades, A, B, C, or D. If 1/5 of the students receive A's, 1/4 receive B's, 1/2 receive C's, and 10 students receive D's, how many students in the school study art? There's actually a couple different ways you can solve this one, and I'm going to show you both ways. One way is with just using the fractions that you're given, and the other way is converting those fractions into percentages and solving that way. But you really only want to attempt the percentages if you recognize what percentages those fractions are right off the bat without even hardly thinking about it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to solve it using fractions. So we know that 1/5 of the students plus 1/4 plus 1/2 plus whatever fraction 10 is will give you 1/2, which is all of the students. So if we can add these three fractions, we can figure out what fraction of the students receive one of these three, and then we'll know what fraction receive D's. And then since we know 10 is that fraction, we can figure out what the total number of students is. So, if we do 1/5 plus 1/4 plus 1/2, we're going to have to find a common denominator to add those fractions. And that common denominator is going to be 20. So let's convert those. So 1/5 is the same as 4/20, 1/4 is the same as 5/20, and 1/2 is the same as 10/20. If you don't understand how to convert those fractions, get in touch with me and I'll show you how to do that. So now that we have a common denominator, we'll just add our numerator straight across. So that gives you 19/20, which is all the A's, B's, and C's. So that means that 1/20 of the students, 1/20 of the students got D's. And if 1/20 is 10 students, then 1/20 is 10 out of the total number. Now that we've set that up, we can cross multiply. So x times 1 equals x, and then 20 times 10 is 200. And that's it. Now I'm going to show you the other way to solve this one using percentages. Alright, so I'll take you all the way back to here. We still have to add those fractions. However, if you recognize that these fractions convert to percentages fairly easily, then you can solve this one using percentages. If this percentage stuff doesn't make any sense to you, stick to the fractions. But most people recognize that 1/2 is the same as 50%, and 1/4 is the same as 25%. And a lot of people may also recognize that 1/5 is 20%. More people understand these two than this one, but 1/5 is 20%. So again, 1/5 is 20%, 1/4 is 25%, and 1/2 is 50%. If you add those together, that's going to give you 95%. So 5% of the students got D's, which was 10 students. So 5% of total students equals 10. And when you have a percentage of something, you multiply those. And when you multiply percentages times something, you have to convert that to decimals. So the decimal representation of 5% is 0.05 times x equals 10. And 10 divided by 0.05 is 200, if I can draw a 2. Right? Same answer. And once again, if those percentages don't make any sense, stick to the fractions. If the fractions don't make any sense, give the percentages a shot. If you have any questions about this one, I'd be more than happy to answer them. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this.